Hello everybody, today we're about to do a side-by-side comparison of two non-alcoholic beers, and they are very different from each other. One is an American non-alcoholic beer, the other is Japanese. Um, one's got an eagle claws skateboarding on the can. Guess which one that is. And then the other's got some cherry blossoms, and that's the Japanese one. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing similar about the two is that they're both ales. So, hold up, time out. I made a mistake. I refer to this as a Japanese style dry ale, and this is not a dry ale. This is a Japanese style dry lager. And throughout the whole video, I keep calling it an ale, but it's a lager. My bad. I'm not gonna refilm it. You can figure it out. You'll be okay. From Go Brewing, the Freedom West Coast Pale, crafted without gluten. Yeah, everything about this is very American, from the name to the artwork to the gluten free. Maybe that's not an American thing, but anyways. And then this is the Rationale Brewing Japanese style dry with cherry blossom. Batch number 1 from the Maverick series. I don't know if this is. Oh yeah, experimental limited releases. Pretty cool. Two ales from two very different places, two very different styles, and they're probably gonna just have very different flavors. And I just hope that I love them both. But if anything, I'm gonna at least tell you what I'm tasting. So that is the Freedom West Coast Pale. That's what that looks like. Kind of like a light golden yellow. It's even from over here I could smell it, which that usually doesn't happen. It smells really strong. Kind of like it smells like pretty hoppy wheat kind of smell to it. Typical ale smell, but super strong smell. Can still smell it over here. It smells good though. And then here we have the Japanese style dry. Is this an ale? I think it's an ale. Ooh, okay. This one has a real nice fluffy head. If you've seen my other videos, I review a lot of non-alcoholic beers. And everybody knows that I like a little foam on the top. So that's what that looks like. Actually, they look very similar, except the Japanese one is definitely, a little more white at the top. But other than that, really similar. So this one doesn't smell nearly as strong as the Go Brewing one. Smells a little maltier, a little sweeter. Sweet, malty. Oh, there we go. There's kind of smell a little hoppiness to it. Very, very subtle. Yeah, so let's get going. I didn't smell any cherry. Well, let me see. Nah, I don't smell any cherry. Maybe it's... Yeah, I don't know. This one, what do I taste? It's got a little... There's a little bitterness to it. It's got a strong flavor. It's pretty interesting. It's a light though for how flavorful it is. It's got a light body. Um, yeah, I would say like almost a little kind of that like that skunkiness that you get with like the Heineken or the some of the German beers. Just a little bit. It's got the hoppiness. It's got the a little. It's definitely got a bitter sort of almost like how like a blonde might taste. Like a real light. The it's almost it's got a very light finish. Like the finish is like a almost like a clean carbonated water finish because it's actually pretty carbonated. Um, but it's like it's not like a light beer by any means. Like when you take the first sip, you get kind of all the body at once real quick, and but then it goes away very very quickly. So you get the flavor and you get the fullness of a real, flavorful beer, but you're not gonna get full from it, and it's I think it's probably very drinkable. Okay, so that is the Freedom West Coast Pale. Let's try the Japanese style dry. And now I taste the cherry. Mm. The cherry is, man, the cherry is a perfect amount. um, it, ooh, there's a little cherry finish too. I usually, if you've seen my videos, I usually don't like a lot of like fruity flavors and stuff. But when they do it right, man, this is good. It's like a little cherry, maybe even a little vanilla. Um, but it's so subtle, but it's very present, if that makes sense. Like it's in the background, but like, hold on. All right, like first, it tastes like, like a Japanese dry, like Asahi or that kind of thing. Like a nice kind of lager with like, but a little, like a full flavored lager with like a tiny bit of cherry, and then, uh, and then that sort of goes away, and you get like this like very quiet malty ness. But as that's happening, the cherry flavor starts to blossom, cherry blossom. And then when everything goes away, it's the cherry that remains. So when you start the first sip, there's really barely any cherry. You're just like, oh, okay, there's a little cherry. But then, and you're tasting mostly the beer, which I love. You gotta do it that way. Um, and then the beer flavor starts to go away, and then you're left with like the cherry. It's really nice. I didn't think that I was gonna like it that much. Um, you already know which one I prefer. The Rationale Japanese style dry. I mean, but these are two completely different kind of beers. Yes, they're both ales, I think. But they're just it's my personal preference. I just like that one better. This one's still very good. Um, if I was just in the mood for a nice pale ale that is gonna just taste like beer, which that's a lot of times that's my favorite thing in the world, and I don't want any extra stuff, then I'd be happy to go for this one. Um, don't get me wrong, like even though I keep talking about all the flavors happening here, there's plenty of flavor on this. Um, so yeah, I mean that's my take on these. Ideal setting for each of these is gonna be, well, for the cherry blossom. Where would I want to drink this? Um, I like this. I want to drink this one at a party. You know, not a big party, just like a little get together thing. It's kind of put. Maybe it's the. It's just a little fun. But just a little. It's still beer. Like it's a beer's beer. Don't get it twisted. Just because they got the cherry blossom, this is no, like, special flavored drink kind of thing. This is a beer, and but it's got a little bit of that fun thing going on. So I drink that at a party, uh, and then this one. It tastes like a bar patio. That's where I want to drink this one. That's the vibe I'm getting. Hanging out on the patio. There's probably a dog or something, and it's friendly and you're hanging out more with the dog than the people. But then like you start coming around and then you're like hanging out with the people too. Um, that's kind of the vibe that this one. Ooh yeah, this is a good beer for petting a dog. You're gonna be happy doing those two things at the same time. So the can, like, this is a eagle skateboarding on a American flag skateboard. Go Brewing, Freedom West Coast Pale, crafted without gluten. It's your world. Break free. I've had some other beers from Go Brewing, and they always have really interesting artwork. Malted Millet and buckwheat beverage with Galaxy and Sultana hops. And they're out of Naperville, Illinois. So shout out to Go Brewing. I think they only do non-alcoholic beers. And then Rationale. This is the first time I've tried their beers. I'm gonna probably try another one at some point. Doesn't say a whole lot. Experimental, limited release. San Diego, California. Cool. So that's one last time. That's the artwork. It's just got some Japanese scenery and whatnot. There you have it. You should try both of them. Yeah. Cheers. I'm not gonna do that.